WPA, prepare to have your ears tortured. It's From the Front Row with Johnathan T. Rokford.
Are you still mad about that? I mean, come on, Flip. It's been a week now. Okay, technically it's been a couple of days, but come on. No, it's been a week. You can't still be mad. Well, you just have to be mad, because I'm not going to apologize for it, Flip. Matter of fact, every chance I get, I'm going to say it. What's up, WPA? It's me, Johnathan T. Rokford, with another episode of From the Front Row. And folks, we're down. We're dwindling down. Oh. It's almost over, folks. What? It's boba. Or joyba, whatever. But, you know, it's not important right now, Flip. Folks, Game Changer action recap. Badass Eddie Vendetti decided to challenge James Outras as a way to distract him during tag team turmoil. And it didn't really work. It seemed to work a little bit. It did piss him off. But the badass did beat James Outras in an open challenge. Now, he next decided stupidly, like I said before, from the fouls of What Were You Thinking, he challenged Jermaine Walker. He must have thought because he beat him during his U.S. title reign that he was going to beat him again. No, folks, it did not happen. Jermaine Walker snatched that title from the badass. And then in the most weirdest challenge, he challenged the Standard Starling J. Yeah, I didn't see that one coming. And neither did she, as she was easily defeated by Jermaine Walker. Guess he taught her a lesson, huh? Yeah. Now, as we got into the matches, it was the pinnacle of humanity, Adrian Christopher, taking on Hakeo Jason Shepard. And Hakeo picked up the win, which comes after, he had a not so good week. 2 weeks, last couple weeks, he's been kind of, the funny thing is, those two were involved in the Fatal 4-Way for the Triple Threat title match. Yeah. I guess the Booker wanted to see just what would happen if you put them together in a match against each other. I'd say I like to see the two tag up, but we all know Hakeo can't be trusted. But he picked up the win. Now, Fat Thomas, folks, he must be trying to get another shot at the Triple Threat title, folks, because he lost his match against the lunatic Aqua Regia. Even she was shocked. You mean, how do I know? Because she went after the ref counted 3. Well, she didn't do too much. No, she didn't do anything to him after the match. I mean, he ain't never done anything to her that I recall. Yeah, he ain't never done nothing to her. I don't know. But, yeah, she picked up the win. Shockingly. Like I said, even she was shocked. The crowd was stunned silence. Yeah. Narrow victory, too. Now, on commentary was the sponsored athlete, Jayla Masters. And, man, he bought some takeout trays from Jimmy's Seafood. I got one. Did you get one? You thought you had one? What was it, Flip? Come on, what was it? Come on. What was in there? Yeah, I know. You got your seafood from Fat Thomas Barbecue. Hey, it had extra white sauce on it. Oh, come on, Flip. You know it tastes. It must have tasted good. It was empty when I went back there. You better not have thrown it away. Don't throw food away, Flip. Now, our next match was the Beast versus Lycan Umbers, folks. And as the Beast prepares to face Johnny Rocco in a world title match, the last thing he would want to do is lose to someone Johnny Rocco defeated in a world title match. I mean, by proxy, I would say Johnny Rocco already beat him. But we still have to have the match, folks. But Lycan Umbers picked up the win against the #1 ranked Beast. Hey, at least he won when he had to. What you mean if he had won when he had to, he'd be world champ by now? Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Now, following that match was Big Mel versus Money. And Money, one half of the tag team champs, picked up the win clean. Now, you could say there was a little bit of holding of the tights there, but when I say clean, I mean nobody interfered. It did appear like he had Big Mel's tights, though. Or maybe he's just trying to cop a feel while he had him down. I don't know. A limited edition. You never know about them two. Now, poor Mac Blakely. Yeah, I feel sorry for that guy. He was facing newcomer Machete Ramos. And Machete picked up the win over Mac Blakely, of all people. It was like Mac Blakely just gave up. Yeah. Hard to fathom that. You know, and if that wasn't any, the next match wasn't no surprise. After a war of words, between Captain Mexico and Luscious Lucius, the Booker said screw it and put them in a match against each other. And Captain Mexico shut Luscious Lucius up. I didn't hear one word out of Luscious Lucius the whole match. Probably because Captain Mexico popped him right in his mouth when the bell rang. Yeah, he won't be. Well, you know, he won't be. And our last match before we got to #1 contender matches and title matches, our Intercontinental Champion, South Bronx Savage, took on El Presidente and just demolished him. It was horrible. Such domination. I don't think I've ever seen that from South Bronx Savage. Maybe having that Intercontinental title is giving him a sense of inner strength. I don't know, man. But like I said, we moved on to our #1 contender matches. And the first one we had was for the Triple Threat Championship, deciding who would go on to face our Triple Threat Champion. And it was Mike Honcho versus the Standard Starlin J versus Casper 2779. Flip, why do I feel like I missed something? What? Don't it feel like we missed something? And I'm looking at these notes here, and I'd swear you didn't write something down on here. Hold on a second, Flip. I don't trust you, Flip. I think you be trying to purposely make me mess up. But we'll find out, Flip. You know, I have a direct line. Yeah, see? Oh, and I see why you left that one off. Yeah. He was trying to save Melvin the. No, it wasn't that bad. I mean, they tied. It was a draw, you know. That match ended in a time limit draw anyway. Bobby Blaze versus Jackson Aries. That I could see why you left that one on. It wasn't that appealing. Yeah, time limit draw. Nothing that important. Okay, you're forgiven, Flip. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, number one contender match: Mike Concho versus the Standard Starling J. That's probably why I remembered you missed the match. Versus Casper 2779, and Casper picked up the win, pinning the Standard Starling J. Big surprise there. Now in match 2, it was Shona Campbell taking on Lady Assassin 101 because the Emperor decided not to show up for the match. I mean, come on, dude. You had a match with two women. You had a little three-way possibility. I mean, it would have been violent as hell, but I'm just saying. Probably the closest you'd ever get to that. I don't know. But Lady Assassin was able to come out with a victory, pinning Shona Campbell, for all people. And she don't worry. I'm telling you. Just give her time. She will turn it around. Just gotta give her time. Our next number one contender match was between Cats and Corey and Johnathan trying to decide who would go on to face the Intercontinental Champion South Bronx Savage, and Johnathan demolished Cats and Corey. There was a lot of demolishing going on. Yeah, buddy. Now our trios champs were in action as Wolf Knight, Street Fight King, and Shepherd Bane. You know what's funny is Shepherd Bane and Jackson Aries teamed up, and then they threw Shepherd Bane into the trios championship match, and he won with the team there and got a title. Meanwhile, Jackson Aries is I don't know. He's just not delivering like they used to. But they were taking on the team of the Idol Steve Sampson, Quanny Fist, and Crusher LB. And Street Fight King pinned Quanny Fist. You know, as soon as you saw Quanny Fist's name on that team, then you knew they were going to lose. I mean, the guy just has not been delivering any of his good results lately. No, he hasn't. Now, in our Triple Threat Championship, Red Death took on Brasso and Polish Power. And just when it looked like Polish Power was poised to win, try saying that 3 times fast, Red Death pulled him out of the ring and pinned Brasso to pick up the victory and retain his title in his first defense. Now, this week he will be having his second title defense against Casper 2779 and Lady Assassin. I'd like to see him win. I'd like to see him do all 4. That'd be funny though, because if he defended it 4 straight times successfully, you know, he could just look at the Master Sean Puff and like, you couldn't do that? Like, damn. I hope he does it easily too. Like the first match is always the toughest, but what did I say? Get to that third one. Start getting tougher. So, good luck to you, Red Death. Now, in our United States Championship, it was a very emotional match as JP DiMaggio took on the First Lady Alexa Leslie. And like I said last week, 2 competitive people. I really didn't think there was anything malicious going to happen in that match until JP went out and grabbed a chair like he was going to hit the First Lady after she was already down. But, you know, he came to his senses and just pinned her, ended it. He didn't even wait for the announcement. He grabbed his title and was gone. What? That was his daughter? Shut up. No, it wasn't. Really? Wow. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, if anybody was going to help you, it'd be your family. Yeah. Now, tag team turmoil, the final four. Jermaine Walker and James Altrez took on Johnny Rocco and Dirty Dre. And I'm not going to lie. I thought Jermaine Walker and James Altrez were going to run away with this one. But Dirty Dre and Johnny Rocco put up a good fight. That is until Bobby Blaze reared his ugly head and started getting into it with Dirty Dre. Now, of course, he was smart. He didn't put his hands on him and cause a disqualification. But it was enough to distract Johnny Rocco with all the commotion, which is very rare for Johnny Rocco to get that distracted. And allowed James Altrez to pick up the pin, rolling Johnny Rocco up. Yet Johnny Rocco was not too happy about that. Yeah, he was kind of pissed. But you know what cheered him up was the next match. As the Order, the Master Sean Puff and Badass Eddie Vendetti took on Martel the Carpenter and the Darkstalker. Flip. Hey, remember that time Johnny Rocco lost that game changer match to Martel the Carpenter and he put a paper bag over his head with a big L on it? Yeah, it's going to take a bigger bag for the Master Sean Puff to put his head in. I mean, yeah. Like, seriously. You know, I'm dead serious. I felt bad. I mean, granted, the Badass is the one that got pinned by the Darkstalker, but still. Something switched on with those two, and they just turned it into another gear, defeating the Order. I don't know who ordered that L, but they might want to send that back and get this. Oh my God, dude! So it's going to be Jermaine Walker and James Altrez versus Martel the Carpenter and the Darkstalker. And I'm going to say this right now. You know what? I don't think Jermaine would be mad if he lost to the Darkstalker. It's because Martel is there. That's, oh God, that would piss him off, especially if Martel gets the pin over and he's the one he gets pinned. I don't think that'll happen. I think it's going to be James Altrez and Jermaine Walker winning the match. But if they don't, that will go down as the wow moment of the year at the awards. Hands down would be Martel and the Darkstalker winning tag team turmoil. Which, I mean, either, you know what, folks? Either way, if Jermaine and James Altrez win, or the Darkstalker and Martel the Carpenter win, 3 years straight now, we've had a member of Sinister in the finals of Tag Team Turmoil. And 3 years straight, there will be a member of Sinister attached to the winning team to get a world title shot. Which is not good because that would mean 3 years straight. You know, that title has been lost to at least one member of Tag Team Turmoil. And a member of Sinister Yeah. Granted, Nurgahante. No, actually, Nurgahante did not have a successful cash in for his title shot. He was given another opportunity, and he was successful in that one. But there's only been 2 successful ones, and they've been both by people from Sinister. Now, of course, the losing team, does get a title shot, but it'll be for tag team titles. So if there was any motivation ever for either team, because neither people in either team cannot stand each other, that's their motivation. Win so you don't have to be tag team partners with the guy you're tagging with right now and be tag team champs. Possibly. Now, some matches have been announced, folks, and I think the booker woke up and chose violence as we get ready for the Great American Bash week. Like I said, it's the finals for Tag Team Turmoil. James Altrez and Jermaine Walker, 2 former world champs, take on Martel the Carpenter and the Darkstalker, a former world champ. Martel the Carpenter has won titles, so yeah, he was when he had unsanctioned. We forgot about doing that. It used to do it. Champ, yeah, that was the one. That was the one that sent Rocco over the edge. That he won the undisputed. Yeah, no, unsanctioned title. Yeah, almost forgot about that. But they will be fighting to decide who will be this year's Tag Team Turmoil champ. My pick: Jermaine Walker and James Altrez. What? You want to bet on it? Say less, Flip. Let's go, buddy. I'm taking Jermaine and James Altrez. No, straight up. You're gonna take the Darkstalker and Martel. You're gonna bet me? Okay, you got that right, folks. Flip says Martel and the Darkstalker are going to win. He's betting this, and since he's on paid staff now, I'm not gonna feel guilty about taking his money. I'm taking that money. Yeah, buddy. Another match scheduled already. It will be for the WPA World Championship as Johnny Rocco takes on David the Beast Smith. Dude, it's like Sinister Central this week. The fuck? But it won't be any regular match, folks. They will be headed to Fairfield Birmingham Asylum. This match is going to be deadly and psychotic. An asylum match at Fairfield, Birmingham. Hey, isn't that where you know who was that? How did Rocco get back in there? Didn't he let him out? Oh, okay. They worked out a deal. Okay, I believe that. Now, our WPA Intercontinental Championship will be on the line in a Broadway street fight as South Bronx Savage takes on Nurgahante, former world champ. I mean, that's a tough match to call. But I'd almost would put money on Nurgahante winning. The world title shot? Oh, I'm not even gonna try to call that one. That one's can go either way. Red Death will defend his triple threat title for a second time as he takes on Casper 2779 and Lady Assassin. And then we have 2 grudge matches coming up. One inside of a weaponized steel cage between Dirty Dre and Bobby Blaze, which I don't blame. Dirty Dre's been waiting to get his hands on Bobby Blaze, especially costing him the match at Tag Team Turmoil. Granted, Dirty Drake kind of did to him first, but hey, he hit him over the head with a bottle. And then the other one is a no DQ falls count anywhere match between the lunatic Aqua Regia versus the standard Starling J. Rest of the card is forthcoming, but I hear it has been completed. Yeah, the Booker loves Tag Team Turmoil. Less time he has to make number one contender matches. We still have the number one contenders for the TV titles. Although for the life of me, off the top of my head, I can't remember who it was, but we have it written down somewhere. I heard the Booker say he's got it down. He's got it ready to go. He's just waiting for the results. Tag Team Turmoil. You know, the funny thing about it is you won't need a number one contender match for the tag teams either, because that'll be decided after this week. World title one will be decided, so that's two out the winner right there. All you had to do was what, an IC one, number one contender match, and triple threat number one contender match, which pretty much is anybody below Fat Thomas. Which that's not a place you want to be, is below Fat Thomas. Trust me, it is very dangerous to your life. But that's all we got, folks. Stand by for Flip. Huh? Stand by, Flip. Philip is coming up. Well, you got to get over there and play the music. Hey, let me ask you a question, Flip. Why don't you start the music when he says good day the first time? You think it's funny when he has to say it again? Or you just like hearing him say good day? It's kind of funny though. He's like, good day. Then he looks at his hand, realizes you haven't started the music, and then he says again, and I said, good day. And then you kick it on. You should really, oh, I would laugh if you didn't start the music on the second time. That'd be freaking hilarious. Didn't he yell at you one time? Hey, how come you don't type things over top of his head? We're going to talk about that. Until next time, folks, I'm Johnathan D. Rokford. Stay safe. Make sure you hug your loved ones. Don't drink and drive, and pick up the phone and call that friend that might need to hear your voice, because it's always important, even if it's just to say hello or just to listen. Now back to what I was saying. I noticed you don't type anything over his head. What do you mean because the show's too quick? It's 5 minutes. I mean, man, there's damn music playing, but shit. You can't think of nothing to type over top of it. You can't think of nothing to say. I mean, god dang on, Flip. You're a chicken, that's what it is. You're a fucking chicken, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what. Yeah. You're scared of Philip, aren't you? Yeah. Hello, WPA. Once again, it is your honor and privilege to hear my voice come across your screen as I divulge to you my pick of the week. You don't have to open a bottle of water to know that the extraordinary feat was accomplished by two individuals who I have previously mentioned before. And once again, because of it being tag team turmoil, I should have once again picked one team that impressed me. And it should come as no surprise. Martel the Carpenter and the Dog Stalker, Scallywag, pulled off the upset of tag team turmoil, defeating the Master Sean Puff and the badass Eddie Von Daddy. And now they are faced with the final boss in Jermaine Walker and James Altrez. Although I do feel pity for them, I am quite impressed by their run, as they should have been gone first round. Before I finish the flip, one little thing, if you even think to put anything above my head and disrespect me, you will surely regret it, my friend. Just a little warning. Thank you, Chef. Now, where was I? Yes. Just the thought that these two underachieving buffoons have reached the finals was quite an unexpected turn of events. Thank God I didn't bet on it myself. But we shall see what shall happen this week. Eventually, time runs out. Speaking of time, that is all I have for today. Remember, I am watching you. Until the next time, I bid you good day.